Y'all get in here, get in here. The internet sister is over here crying, laughing, guys. Y'all come go with me. Let's go get some brunch. Let's go get some breakfast, y'all. I'm here downstairs in my community. I'm about to walk in and have some brunch, y'all. Before I go to my eye doctor's appointment. I have an eye doctor's appointment this morning. But y'all get in here because I'm crying, laughing. Nina, I've been posting shorts. I haven't been going live. Just been chilling. Trying to refrain from the negativity. Really just finding myself getting back into the place I was at before I started blogging on the Little True Saga. And so, y'all, I've been going backwards, like watching some of my old videos, and I've been crying, laughing because I know I'm still a happy person, right, y'all? But I have been out here windmilling for a while, going back and forth with people. But prior to the LaTrue Saga, the internet sister was a real content creator. And I created content, family content, and I love to laugh. And when I tell y'all, I thought being a content creator, I could just speak on this damn divorce. Y'all, I'm about to tell the story and my side of the story on how I involved myself. Hi, this booth open? Okay, baby. How I involved myself on this LaTrue Saga, right? Thinking that it was just gonna be that easy, right? Just create you some content. Just create you some content. And not knowing that I was signing up. Not knowing that I was signing up for a whole internet war. So y'all will be getting some throwback videos from me because I'm telling my story on how I gained internet enemies. Yes, y'all. By creating content, by talking about this divorce, how I gained internet enemies. I have never witnessed nothing like this in my life, right? So I posted a video, y'all, just moments ago before I went live. And when I tell y'all I was crying real tears, I was crying real tears. because that was one of the first videos that I post talking about the LaTrue Saga, right? Talking about LaTrue and Bree divorce. Y'all, it's so funny because I was doing a promotion. I was trying to promote my tour. At that time, I was on a tour. And the tour was I'm ready for a relationship because most of you guys know I've been without relationship for some years. You know, a lot of you guys got to know Poo Poo, but I never been in a fully committed relationship in the past 11 years, 12 years. So I was doing a tour. This apostle, was he a bishop? No, I think he was an apostle. He invited me to come on tour with him, y'all. I'm going to post a flyer on my community board. But he invited me to come on tour. He was on tour around the world and he was talking about relationships. Hi, I'm ready. Yes, just me. And I'm ready. I'm going to take the American breakfast, okay? Medium. Steak medium.
And then what would you like to drink?
Because I don't drink coffee, he normally give me hot chocolate because I'm a hot chocolate girl, okay? And then a glass of ice water, please.
Okay, no problem.
Thank you.
Medium, right?
Yes, steak medium. Awesome, thank you. So guys, this apostle, he asked me to come join him on tour, and it was like right at the beginning, before I even started this saga, before I started reporting this saga, I was on tour with the apostle talking about relationships, right? So the part of the tour was me talking about all the F ups, what we do as women, to cause problems in our relationship, because most of you guys know I'm an alpha woman, I'm a strong minded woman, right? And sometimes we can be too strong for relationships. We need to soften up, become a little bit more feminine, let the man wear the pants, be the head of the household. So that's more what I was talking about on the tour. And in the midst of me promoting this tour is when I ran across, I done ran from TikTok, because that's where all my motion was at, on TikTok at the time. But I done took a break from TikTok, came to Facebook, and seen two of my best, I would say, family influencers. I love to watch the LaTrue. They, to me, they was good family influencers. I never really watched them individual. I mostly watched their family content. So taking a break from TikTok, I came over to Facebook, and down my timeline was the LaTrues, right? Which they had previous did a I'm sorry about that, y'all. Excuse me. I'm sorry about that. But if y'all can hear me, press 7 down there. So anywho, I took a break from TikTok, came over to Facebook, noticed that the little truth was having a big, breakup or talking divorce, which prior to me finding that down my news feed, hit him, Bree and LaTruth was in the car one day, and he did speak about them having a divorce, possibly getting a divorce, but you never knew their content. You never knew their content from, um, you never knew their life story versus their content. So I thought it was just content he had put out that, things wasn't working well between them. So when I seen it was real, I'm like, oh my God, they fighting for real. Here I am, sticking my nose in their business, y'all. And boy, was I wrong. Boy, was I wrong. And I'm going to use my channel, okay, to talk about my part that I played in the little true saga, right? Because when I look back, boy, was I wrong. When I look back at some of my content, I be dying laughing because, out of all honesty, y'all, I came out here with a pure heart. I came out here just wanting to be a content creator, right? Doing content, that's it. I didn't know I was signing up for the Bad Girls Club. Like, I didn't know. And I may think about renting a house out, y'all. I'm always thinking, I'm a visionary, right? I may rent out a house and do the baddies for the elders. I'm gonna get me a bad girl club, 50 and up, 50 and up. Cause boy, when I tell you, these old people be out here fighting on the internet for real. I never had so many enemies at my big age, y'all. At my big age, I didn't know you can create enemies at this great big age. Baby, when I tell y'all, it's some old baddies out here. It's some old baddies. Baby, they be ready to, get wild in them comments. So, y'all, I upload a video and I was laughing, y'all, at myself because all of their pranks was, Bree always called him at good morning to you all who coming in. Bree will always catch him at the mall or wherever cheating. So, they pranks was always him getting caught with girls or whatever the case may be. So I just brought my ass out here talking about soul ties. Can y'all hear me? Press 7 down there if you guys can hear the internet, sister. Press 7. So, hey, gossip and giggles. Hope all is well. Good, good. So y'all, I laughed so hard because when I first started reporting on this little true saga, I really thought it had something to do with soul ties and him cheating on her. And when I look over the old content, y'all, I'm boo-hoo crying. I'm crying real tears because I should have just stayed focused on my tour I had with the apostle. Cause y'all, I promise y'all, I dropped off the tour from with the apostle to just become full time in the Latrue saga. I didn't even go on tour with the apostle. Yeah, y'all, I ditched the assignment. And boy, was I wrong for ditching that assignment. That see, my calling was to go on that world tour with the apostle and talk about relationship. Instead, I stayed right here on the damn internet. And boy, when I tell y'all, it has caused me, it has caused me a lot of drama. So I'm absolutely laughing my ass off. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm laughing my ass off with posting my old content. And in peace and with all respect, if y'all see any content that I post that y'all remember, y'all are welcome to comment under it. It's just laughing moments, y'all. It's laughing moments. So y'all gonna see content for both angles, right? Y'all gonna see content for both angles. And I'm just laughing my ass off because I had a lot of people agreeing with me. And boy, was I wrong. Boy, was I wrong. I'm just like, lesson learned. That's why it's okay to have your own opinion, right? It's okay to have your own opinion. It's okay to create your content. It's okay to create your. Hi, great, thank you. Yes, beautiful. So, oh my, this is so beautiful, y'all. When I tell y'all, and that was fast. I just walked in, but I already knew what I wanted. So, when I tell y'all, let me about to post this. When I tell you, but to come out here and hard up be fighting people about opinions, um, to be fighting people over opinions, and because people don't agree with you, that's crazy work. So when I look back over some of my content, I was like, damn, Gene, you was dead wrong, because the story have ended, right? The story have ended. So you get to go back. Good morning, Concisa. Good morning, Summer Mom. The story ended, so you get to go back and you able to see like, damn, I was wrong. I was by far wrong. But too many people ain't gonna admit when they're wrong. And y'all, I'm not the drunk, so forgive me for snacking in y'all ear. So far, so good. I haven't cut in the steak yet, but everything looks good. Thank you. Y'all, I'm a steak eater. I can eat steak, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I can eat steak, baby. When I tell y'all I love myself some steak, however, y'all definitely know Ruth Chris. Oh, in the steak chop house. I love to get my steak from there for dinner, but here they do real good with the steak for breakfast. I'm a steak eater. I love me some steak and seafood. If you want to invite me to dinner, a good steakhouse or a good wherever they sell surf and turf, a good lobster tail with a nice steak is me. Right now, what I'm eating, right now, I order a American breakfast, which comes with a side of pancakes. I like over easy eggs, steak, bacon, sausage, fruit puffs, and some potatoes. It's pretty big. It's pretty big. But I gotta get back in the gym. Y'all will see content with me in the gym. Me and my girls, we in Pilates, taking Pilates class. I don't know if you guys, anybody under my voice doing Pilates, but baby, it's painful. I went one time, ain't been back, but I said I'm gonna start back up next week. Cause my girls, my daughters, they are faithful with it. And all I do is eat, as y'all know. That's one of the perks in my neighborhood, my community. We have a lot of fine dining here on the retail level, so I spend a lot of time eating. Yeah, I need to go get back into working out because, you know, with aging, don't want to put on too much of weight because the older you get, the harder it is to get that weight off. But y'all gonna see me doing a lot of water aerobics. I'm gonna get back into that. Just like convert and going back to what my lifestyle is really consist of, you know, and just being me. Yeah, just being me. And water aerobics was something I enjoyed doing. I used to go to our gym here on campus, on grounds. We have a, private gym for the residents. And then we have a hot tub in a resort pool. Well, I haven't been utilizing the amenities here, but I'm gonna start back, getting back into it. Cause I want to be fine. I want to be fine for my 50th birthday, and a lot of you guys coming, so I want y'all to, be like, damn, my internet is fucking fine and gorgeous, close up, real life. I didn't share with y'all, but I'm gonna have to share with y'all. I've been going through my healing process. I did something that I probably shouldn't have done. I didn't need it, and it really destroyed me. But listen, guys, I did something that I shouldn't have done, and it didn't destroy my face. It didn't, but I shouldn't say it destroyed my face. So y'all know I'm transparent. I talk to you guys about everything, everything. But sometimes I can overdo things, and I think I did. So y'all had a PDO done in my face, and I don't know if you guys know what a PDO is. For the ones who do know, a PDO is like a thread lift, which I didn't need it. I had no business getting it. My face is a lot swollen in certain areas. and it caused a little damage, but during healing process, pray my face go back to normal because I had to get the PDO, the thread removed from my face. And I know I went live a couple times. You guys probably seen a little difference in my top lip because when they took the PDO out, I don't know, it kind of gave me like a paralyzed lip or something, but it was just all temporarily. I couldn't sleep out as far now I can, so that let me know it's a lot better. It was some damage done taking it out, but in due time, I was told everything should heal and go back to normal. I was kind of scared at first, but lesson learned in that area: do not play around with your face. Like you can have certain stuff done, but if it ain't cause for play, please don't play with your face. Don't play with your face. I did. I did. And it left me looking like stressed. But it was the threads that was removed from my face. Oh, y'all. It was scary. The job was done well, but it somehow one side got infected. So they had to remove the thread from one side. So I just had them remove the thread from the other side as well. Because I'm like, if this side got infected and eventually this side get infected, I'm gonna have to go through the process twice. So just remove it now. I'm not gonna wait for it to get infected, but I shouldn't say infected. I guess my body rejected or something. I don't know what caused the infection. But for anybody who had a PTO done, you know what I'm talking about. And if you haven't had a PTO done and you think about getting one, be real careful, y'all. Be real careful. It got affected. One side of my face got affected, but that was my experience. That's necessary. Don't mean it's gonna be your experience. Oh, thank you, Katisa. Yeah, y'all hit that like button. We just chit chatting over here. But I'll be back to gossip with y'all. I really will. I'll be back to gossip with you guys. I just was crying, laughing at my video when I uploaded talking about Soul Time. And child, I was on there talking about that damn little True and Bree. Your husband got Soul Tie shit. Bree ran and got her a man before Lil True got him a woman. I died, guys. I'm telling Bree. I'm telling Bree she to marry a man with soul ties. Shit, Robert marry a woman who has soul ties. And so I found that shit so funny. I was like, OMG. I was so wrong. How we can be so wrong as content creators, as bloggers. We can be so damn wrong, y'all, when we reporting on stories. I was wrong because at the end of the day had the end, and the divorce ain't have nothing to do with soul ties. And if anybody was soul tied, if anybody had soul ties, baby, it all was Robert marrying Bree soul ties because baby Bree got out here and got her man real quick. Nina. Yeah, if you look up the PTO thread, it's like a lift, and I really have no business getting it. If anything, this reverse process has been hell for me because I see the difference in my face, and I'm being told just give myself time to heal. But I'm like, shit, I want my face back before I got the damn thread. I'm down here in Naples, Florida, trying to be like the it girls and get PTO, which, like I said, I didn't need it. I had no business playing in my face. So yeah, I just tell people study, and like I said, it was done right. Just my body rejected, and one side of it got infected. And I don't know, but I'm just trying to be tight, right, fine, 50 and fine. My goal is for my 50th birthday to pop out my birthday cake fine as fuck. I'm definitely gonna be the birthday. I'm definitely gonna be the birthday. So we turned up. We turned up. Y'all already know. Y'all already know Tinkers is in the building. Hell, Tinkers was ready to be in the building for Mom Shirley's birthday. But I ended up canceling my mom's birthday because it was the same day. Her date was set on the same day as my little cousin graduation, the one who went off to the Air Force. So that was a conflict. So grandma, Mom Shirley only got a cake and did a little small gathering. But we all know, I pray God allow my mom to see 75. That's a big milestone. So we gonna set it off for her 75th birthday. And I'm just praying that God allow, everything work out as planned, because 2027 is a big year. I take 50. Tycoon graduate. Yes, y'all. My baby graduated. So y'all, please excuse me because I'm flooding. I'm flooding my timeline with me and my baby memories. My baby will be graduating next year. My baby is official a senior in high school. And she's graduating next year. So y'all already know, me and Poo Poo gonna be reckless. Y'all already know, me and Poo Poo doing it big, yes, doing it big for the baby graduation. If God's willing, 2027 will be a big year for me. My mom takes 75. I'll take 50. Tycoon graduate. Hey, Cotton Candy. Sister Gal, you had a granddaughter graduate. Congratulations. She was class of 2026. Yes, Nina. her plans is, well, she got mad the other day. I announced the schools that she wanted to go to, that she applied for. She's still submitting her applications. Um, and I was saying, and she was like, "Mom," I guess she want to wait to signing date, or once she have decided. But her top one is Spelman. She wanted to do Howard University in Washington. That's where my niece is. Mm, child, if you know, you know. What is it? The MDV, baby, is not a joke. It's not a joke out there, y'all. Howard sits in the hood of the hood. My niece made, this her junior year. But I think if we would have took, if we would have taken a tour, a college tour, like me and Tycoon will be taking, y'all will be getting content on us going to different colleges, taking college trips. Um, that's all my niece didn't do. We didn't do it with my niece. But had we taken a trip out to Howard before orientation, because the only time we went to Howard was doing her orientation. So it was pretty late to change mine. But had we did a tour, I don't think my niece would have went, because that's not a best. The school don't sit in the best of the best area. Just a lot of homeless people sleeping on the outside of the road. It's just and everybody walking on the campus. It's just, to me, the couple of times I have been to visit, I just don't like where it's located. And then my niece, when my daughter enrolled in school, my niece is going to be a senior and my daughter going to be a freshman. So that means my daughter would have to do 3 years out there by herself. To know me is to know, I couldn't sleep. I wouldn't be able to sleep. It was hard for me to sleep with my niece. I had a air tag, her location. It just, yeah. Yeah, Howard is a good school. I would have never expected campus to be right in the middle of the ghetto and just be open to so many people, just having easy access to the campus. This food is so good, so good, y'all. I'm so hungry, one or the other. But what's been going on out here in the internet streets, y'all? Because I ain't gonna even lie to y'all, I ain't gonna hold y'all. I just come on him, upload my shorts, and be gone. It's Friday, so it's the weekend, so I'm gonna be out here. I'm gonna go live. I'm gonna get in the bushes. I know, no. I ain't been looking at videos and stuff, but I read a couple community posts. Who going at dumb? I was trying to connect dots. I was reading my niece J. Jones community post. It looked like somebody going after Dunn. Look like I got to catch up on that, y'all. So we can have our gossip session. I'm gonna go live, y'all. I'm just chit chatting over brunch, but I'm gonna go live so we can have a gossip session because that's what us women like to do. We like to gossip. I know I've been hearing a lot of people say they miss me going live, but yeah, I'm going live. I'm gonna be on StreamYard today. I'm gonna be on StreamYard. I got to catch up, y'all, with what's going on. Because y'all know the internet is supposed to take a break real quick. Y'all know I don't mind about taking a mental break, getting away from the drama. Oh, this lady called Deb. So she's going off on Dawn. Did Dawn, baby daddy, wife come out here and go off on her? Sis, I hope you feel better, Cotton Candy. I hope you feel better. So, did Dawn, baby daddy, wife come out here and go off on her? Did I hear somebody say that? Mmm. Mmm. Chandra, I think it's her name. MJ Strong mother is going in on Dawn. I thought she was full of truth. Thank y'all for letting me know where the cuts at so I can get in the cuts, baby. Because I said today I was going to try to go to Dawn page and listen to some of her lives. Before I came live question you guys, I was going to try to get in the cut and go through some of Dawn lives to find out what's going on, where the cut at. And I see where they said Bree the force $15,000. So I was gonna be nosy and see what that's about. I heard that on how many sweet page the Bree got a judgment against her for $15,000 damn dollars. Shit. She should be able to keep the house. Oh, it's about a lady named Miss Chris that was living in Sandra house, MJ Mama house. I think I remember hearing somebody named Miss Chris. And then she had a hard time kicking the lady out. She had to evict the lady or something. I think I remember. Oh, I'm gonna go. So it had nothing to do with Dawn, baby daddy, or baby daddy mama. Okay. Okay, thank you for pointing me in the cuts, because I was trying to read and connect the dots. But there's a lot going on. Chaotic Truth Live, what's going on? Hey, that's the young man who did the interview. And they got upset because I didn't drop him, right? Chaotic Truth Live. I think that's him. Hey, welcome in. Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to finish up with my brunch, but I'm definitely gonna come back through StreamYard. I'm gonna come back through StreamYard. But first I got to go out here in the cut and see what's going on. It's a lot, y'all. So I had to take a mental break, a mental vacation, especially I think after the Carmilla Anthony case. I think that's really what took me there. You know, it was already a lot of drama going on out here on the internet. But after the young man Carmelo Anthony case, I think that pushed me to the edge to just focus on more positive than negative, because It was just so much out here. And just seemed like everybody's so angry. Everybody's so mad. What? Nina said, yes, Jeannie. And Bree needs to find his real daddy for Josh. Wait a minute. No, wait a minute, Nina. Josh is with his daddy in North Carolina. He just started disclaiming Josh. Wait, Nina, you giving me too much. I say fill me in. But is the daddy disclaiming Josh? Because he said, hey, hey, T girls. No, he hasn't. No, he has. Okay, well, what Nina talking about? Nina said she needs to find. Wait, wait. Right, Sister Tasha. I mean, Sister Teacher. June 10th. Happy Juneteenth to everybody. You're absolutely right. This is yes, everything okay. This is the day that the slaves was free. Yes. I just got off the phone with my grandbaby and my kids talking about it. Sure no. We absolutely do celebrate the 4th of July and we do need to make Juneteenth big as well, Sister Teacher. I agree. Hold on, y'all. Okay, I do need to catch up. Nina Edwards said, Jeannie, you got to catch up. I do. Okay, so he haven't denied the child. He said he took blood tests for those kids. Oh, so yeah, y'all confusing me. I'm gonna have to catch up. So Nina, if the father took blood tests, then she ain't got to find her kid, Josh dad. Just got to Lupac and Queen Step Live and look at the documents for yourself that they have. Oh, present. Oh, presented. Okay. Oh, I only took off 6 damn days. That's it. Damn, I took off 6 days. And there's a lot going on. Listen, listen, Sister Teacher, just like Christmas or any other holiday, Christmas isn't just one day for me. Easter isn't one day for me. So I live my life, Sister Teacher. Let's just get back on the holiday real quick. I live my life every single day for my ancestors. I go places, that I know that I'm not wanted, but because my ancestors fought for me to have this freedom, I absolutely operate my freedom of going places and doing places that they couldn't do. So I live my life every day for my ancestors. You know how people say I do it for my kids? Well, I do it for my ancestors. Every single day I work hard so they don't have to, their death wasn't in vain. A lot of people slaved and lost their lives so we can live this freedom that we live every single day. We can be free. We can be free. So I live it every day, not just on June 19th. But I'm going to go. Nina told me to go watch Lupac and Queen Step say they presented some documents. So the documents show that he's not the father. And Nina said, no, he have not disowned the child. Just go look at the documents. Oh, now that's heartbreaking. Oh, that's real heartbreaking. Oh, my God. So Nina, what you're saying is there's documents out here that shows allegedly the young man isn't his son, but he don't want to disclaim the son. He don't want to. He's in denial. If you saying that Lupa and Queen Step got documents proving he's not the father, and he's still saying he's the father, he's in denial. Is that what I'm getting? On backwards. No, they can't take me backwards. Yeah, I'm with you, Nina. Every day I do it for my ancestors. I'm not going back. I'm proud to be a black business owner, a black female business owner. No, I'm not going backwards. No, 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 no. I'm saying he's in denial. He don't deny the child, cause from what I see, Nina, who is somebody down there said you say he denied the kids? Because wait a minute, let me scroll back down through these comments. I know it was somebody in the comments saying he said he took blood tests for those kids. So what's his name? Deshaun. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. What's his name? Deshaun. So Deshaun is still claiming. Now y'all, I think I'm comprehending this right, and y'all correct me if I'm not. So Nina, what you were saying is that for me, you appointed me to the cuts. You told me to go to Queen Step or Lupac channel, and they presented some documents showing the child is not his father. But then there's someone else in the chat saying he never denied Josh, and he said he took blood tests with all his kids. And I said he's in denial. If there's documents showing that he's not the child's father, maybe he's in denial, maybe. Right, right. I understand. I don't know that feeling. You don't want nobody to be like, well, Nina said, I feel you. Y'all call the man sleepy, child. So, if somebody in the chat said Deshaun have not disowned the kids, and that he is absolutely saying he took a blood test with all the kids. So I need to go watch Lupa and Queen Step lives or videos. I need to go to their channel because they have documents showing different. They have documents showing that that first child don't belong to Deshaun. Okay. I think I got it now. I think I can put it all together. Well, baby, I'm going. I'm going to run right on over there and be nosy. I'm going to be nosy. Ooh, I know he pissed, baby. I know he pissed because, baby, one thing I can say about that baby daddy, he got Bree back. Baby, he got Bree back. And what's going on with Janelle and Bree? Last I knew, they was hefty co-parenting now, right? So Bree good with all her baby daddies now. Did her and Robin get it together? Have Robin and Bree got it together? Because last I knew, last time I was in the cut, I was in TP Mo cut, and people was allegedly thinking that Bree and Janelle was trying to leap back up. I'm gonna just get out here and get in the cut because I told y'all I can live this soft girl life 24/6, but I need one day to be messy. Okay. I'm gonna just go watch Nina. I'm gonna have to go watch the documents now. I took it as the documents show that he wasn't the father because you said Bree need to go find her oldest son father. There's a lot going on with Janelle and Bree or Robert and Bree. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't go. I'm lost out the loop. Maybe I need to stay out the damn loop because I'm with you, Nina. It seems like a lot going on. That's 3 men and 3 relationships to try to keep up with. I'm with you. I don't think I want to go find out. There's a lot going on. Okay. Well, say less, honey. Say less.
Are you all set? Are you
Can,
starting?
can I have just a cup of ice? Ice only.
Ice?
hmm Well, y'all, thank y'all for keeping me company. Thank y'all over this brunch. Oh, it's a lot going on with Janelle and Bree. But last I see, what I left off on their storyline was he had the twins. He had the twins. He had got visitation with the twins. They had took pictures. And I thought he had put up something about them forever being family. But you saying there's a lot going on. Portia Bree and her storyline. Oh, my heart goes a lot going on. She in the courts. From what I seen, she in the courts being sued for 15,000. There's people out here saying she don't know who her baby daddy is, the oldest baby daddy. And then she fighting with her last 2 kids' daddy. Oh, this is a lot. And then all just started from one little storyline. Her and her husband getting a divorce. Now her whole life out here on the internet. Wow. The same with you, Nina. Enjoy your day. Have a productive day. Don't forget, today was the day that the slaves was freed. And try love. Love wins all the time. Like I came on here crying, laughing because I can't believe how many internet enemies I made just by going live talking my shit. Don't be so easy to get mad. If there's a problem, find the solution. Don't become a part of the problem. Yes, that's the truth about 15,000. Y'all, I'm eating a fruit cup now. This fruit cup so damn good. Y'all, it's so much. Who all working today? Who at work? Well, I was out the appointment, and then I'm going to the beach, y'all. Y'all know that's my safe haven. Y'all know I love myself some beach. I love the water. I love shelling. So y'all, I'm going shelling in a little bit after my doctor's appointment. Unfortunately, I couldn't shut my business down today because I have clients that depend on my caregivers. You know what I'm saying? So pretty much my business is like hospital hours of operation. We never close. Yeah, the type of business I own and operate.
All set?
Yes, hon. Thank you so much. I'm ready for my bill.
Okay.
Um, the business I own and operate, unfortunately, it doesn't allow for me to shut down. I mean, the office, yeah, but like I still have staffs that have to get up, show up, work. The office is, closed during, government holidays, but the establishment itself, I have caregivers 24/7. I have staff working 24/7. So, unfortunately, there's staff that had to get up and go to work this morning. Got staff that's coming in, working tonight. God is good all the time, all the time. God is good. I'm definitely grateful. It's absolutely a honor to be able to celebrate today. Yeah, I'm sorry, I got to check out. So guys, I'm sorry y'all. I'm trying to take care of this bill. 1 second, y'all. So I seen sister teacher talk about how people celebrate July 4th. So do y'all disagree with celebrating July 4th? I'm just asking. Just chit chatting with you guys. Should we not celebrate July 4th? Should we not celebrate Independence Day? Hello. Hello. I'm just asking y'all. Tika said, I think we should celebrate both. Me too. I agree, dude. Is anybody in here disagree? I definitely think it's an honor to celebrate today, but I also think we should celebrate Independence Day as well. I'm grateful that they made today a federal holiday. Yeah, and I do think that we should be educating the young ones on today. If the kids don't know, the importance of today, I definitely think you should talk to your loved ones, educate your kids. Like I said, I was on the phone with my grandson today, this morning, talking about it with him. And he was pretty much on point and aware, but still, I just wanted to, remind him what today, the purpose of today's holiday, why this became a federal holiday. I definitely think that you should go out. If you don't year round, today should be the day that you support a black owned business. Definitely go out and support a black owned business, whether it's here online or whether it's in your community. Definitely, I do think that the black owned business should be shown, much love. They should absolutely do good year round. They should do good year round. Being a black owned business, we need to learn how to support each other a lot better. But I do think today should be a day that, you should gather with your family and, you and your family go out and support black owned business. Attend any community events. If there's any community events that's going on in your community, go and support it. Like here in not my city, but the surrounding city, my community, they bring in Young Miami out tonight to sing that song, what, spin it, whatever. Yeah, gonna be a lot of go yard bags been carried and shit. That's not black owned, but yeah. Hey girl, I'm still on live, but 1 second here. Do I need to mute them? We can't expect others to celebrate us. We are both American and African ancestors. The sense. I'm sorry, T, I wasn't reading the comments. Oh, bringing Young Miami out. I guess celebrating her, but bringing the go yard bags, that's not black on. They putting money in another race, another culture's pocket. The go yard bags, but yeah, they all bring. No, I'm just joking. That's the younger crew. Um, they have a history going on at the local parks. I was being funny about, but it is a concert tonight. Young Miami Wolf, y'all checking for Young Miami. Young Miami performing here in Lee County tonight. She has a concert, but overall, there is a black community park. They're going to be doing Black History at the park. I was just joking about the go yard bags. Joking, but dead serious. It's a concert. Oh, that's sweet. Okay. I celebrate Juneteenth, but I'm white, so I celebrate outside. Okay. Yeah, I think it's a lot of people that celebrate today's holiday. Yeah, it is. It's a lot of people, other cultures that celebrate today. D, what you were saying? You going? What you saying now? Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What you saying?
Okay, I can talk.
1 second, y'all. My oldest daughters is calling for me. As you guys know, I'm a mother of two daughters. I have a 31-year-old and a 17-year-old, and I'm so honored. I get to live best of both worlds. I get to have a play date with my youngest, and then I have a grown-up date with my oldest. So y'all hold on, because my oldest is calling me on some grown-up-ish. So I'm gonna put y'all on mute real quick. 1 second. Okay, y'all. That was my grown daughter. Had talked to me about some grown woman ish. But yeah, I'm gonna get ready and go, y'all. I got a doctor appointment. I gotta be to about 1 o'clock. Who's trying to be funny? Oh, the person. Oh, you think the person was trying to be funny? Teakers. Oh, Skeeter. I'm just looking back. I'm sorry, y'all, because I was talking to my daughter. Oh, so he just trolling. He's trolling. So, Teakers, what do you think they do when they close down the government business? So you think they just take it for a day off? It's not that they celebrating, but just because they work for the government. and their jobs allowing them to take today off. You think they just home cleaning? He was trolling. Okay, he was trolling. Oh, that's so bad. Hey, Tamik, I hear you was going on vacation, girl. I hear you going on vacation, baby. Oh, you don't think they do the celebration like they do on the 4th of July? Oh, yeah, because the 4th of July be lit. So when I tell you the 4th of July be lit, we got like right now, I just thought about it right now in my elevators, in my condo, we got big red, white, and blue signs, and they're giving invites for all us to come to the clubhouse, for us all to meet up at the clubhouse to celebrate the 4th of July. Like, bring your own bottle, bring a dish, like a potluck. Like, we have a real big gathering with the residents in my community on the 4th of July. We go to the clubhouse and do it real big. And then, of course, set off fireworks. So it is a big difference, when it comes to celebrating the 4th and celebrating today. But y'all, I just believe as time go, it'll get bigger and it'll get better, as time go. Y'all got to remember. Oh, you on vacation now? Okay, I'm gonna go listen to her last short. But y'all gotta stay mindful. When did this become a federal holiday, y'all? What is it became a federal holiday, what, in 20, was it 2020? I don't know. When it became a federal holiday, probably about 4 years ago. What is this, 2026? So what, 20, no, was it 22? I don't know, but y'all, it's only been a couple years. People been celebrating the 4th of July all of my life. I'm 49 years old, and I can just about remember fireworks, shooting off fireworks since I was a little kid. So y'all got to realize this just became a federal holiday within the last past, what, 4 years, 5 years. Oh, you wear all black on the 4th of July. Oh, you wear all black? Oh Lord, then I better put my red, white, and blue up, because like I was just saying, we got a clubhouse party, and I got all my red and white and blue. Sister teaching. I guess I just know the 4th of July to be the day that we became an independent country. So it's for Independence Day. That's what I have always celebrated the 4th of July for, Independence Day, because that's the day we became an independent country, right? So since the teacher said we celebrate the 4th of ignorancy and opinion. So have I been wrong for celebrating it for Independence Day, becoming an independent country? That's why I celebrate it. But I love to be educated, and as well as I'm coachable, I'm always willing to listen and learn. Hey, y'all, quiet down there. Talk to me. I just asked you a question. Why you feel we celebrate it out of ignorancy? Don't we celebrate it because Independence Day? Because I was taught we celebrate that because that's when the United States became, an independent country. Whose independence? Certainly not ours. Ours, what you mean, sister teacher? You're here in the United States of America, right? I don't know. I guess I only go by what I was taught in school as well as home. That, the American colonists were no longer under the British rule. And that's the reason why we celebrate the 4th of July. I can't tell you exactly what year, but I was told that on the 4th of July, like I say, I can't tell you the year. Um, but yeah, on the 4th of July is when, the American colonies were no longer under the British rule and we became independent. So that's the reason for celebrating the 4th of July. And then I agree with Teakers on celebrating both because that's why I was educated on why we celebrate the 4th of July. And then here, a couple years ago, back in 2020 or 2021, somewhere at the beginning of 20, I can't remember exactly the year, but the Juneteenth became a federal holiday, and that was the date. June 19th is when the last set of slaves was set free on June 19th, and that's why we celebrate June 10th, right? So I don't understand. Yeah, so that's why I agree with Seekers that it's okay to celebrate the both because they both have their different reason of celebration. I don't know, but we do it real big, big, big here for the 4th of July fireworks set off. Tigger says, Sister Teacher, I respectfully disagree. Okay, we are Americans and we don't know any other country. Yeah. I just know for years, and I think as time go, like I said, I feel like June 10th will get grow bigger, and it would be a great big celebration. I do know most Americans across the country celebrate the 4th of July, like with freedom. They do community parades, backyard barbecues, and definitely big fireworks here. And I'm sure as time go, June 19th will be celebrated just like June 4th. It will grow bigger. It will have its parades. It will have its fireworks. How did the become independent? I'm reading what Sister Teacher wrote. She wrote, "How did the become independent through? I'll tell you, from the blood of their slaves, as they lay in their grave, from the home of the free and the land of the brave. We die so they may be free, not us." How many years did we beg for this day? Shaking my head. How many years did we beg for this day? Well, the thing is, it was granted. I said it earlier. I'm honored that we have this day, that they recognized June 19th, the day that the slaves was set free, as a federal holiday. So I'm grateful. We can't cry over, how many days we begged for it. It was granted. How many years? Yep. Teacher said, "I agree with you, Sister Teacher, but Black Americans are still Americans at the end of the day." Yep. So, Sister Teachers, what are you looking for? What do you expect? Well, you said that you absolutely wear all black on the 4th of July. Oh, excuse me. So it don't sit well with you when you see Black Americans putting on their red, white, and blue. That don't sit well with you. Oh wow. So okay, flip side discussion. We always got to be validated by them. Freedom mentality is the key. I'm offended giving us a AKA Freedom Day. Wow. So um same tricks, different day. I just want us to wake up. I always thought that was a mentality to me. It's your mindset. I'm not going to say that. Sister teacher said just to educate us on what the day really symbolized. They play in our face, gaslight us, and when we have no idea because we say we are free, but we are living in modern day slavery. I'm not. I think it's a state of mind. I'm not. I'm not living in a modern day slavery. I'm not. I think it's in the mindset. It's what your mindset. I'm with you when you are right. Ants don't ask for permission. They just pick in and drive on. Teacher says, Sister Teacher, that's their plan. However, we determine that by what we accept, like Jeannie says, the mindset. This getting deep. Flip side said, and the slavery hasn't changed until we stop looking for something from the slave masters. Okay, yeah, y'all, it's getting pretty deep down there in the comment section. I'm trying to read, y'all. I ain't got on my glasses, and I told y'all I got a doctor's appointment. But listen, listen. It's getting pretty deep down there, and yes, I do. Like for instance, this is my opinion. I'm really big on, and I know a lot of people can't. A lot of people can't afford to do, cash everything. But I always say, if I got to finance it, I got to borrow it. I really don't be wanting it because I feel like that's just another form of slavery when you have to work your ass off to pay back, the lenders. So if you really want to look deep into it and talk about slave, when y'all start getting into this slavery talk, anybody who got credit, okay? Anybody who got credit, anybody who's out here borrowing money, home loans, right? Y'all want to be a home owner, right? So y'all go out and these home loans, and I just feel like that's just another form of slavery to me, in my opinion. I say work hard, save it, and build it from the ground up out your pocket, because if you go out and you take out a loan, shit, you done committed yourself to a 30-year debt, so you got to work for the rest of your life. You buy your home 30 or 40 years old, you ain't able to retire until you 80, and half of that you still probably got to work over 80 paying the master back. So if you want to really talk about today's slavery, anybody who's committed to debt, if you're taking out loans, yeah, you a slave. You a slave for that lender. You slaving for that lender. You paying back what you borrowed plus interest. So you're working only to pay back your debt. That's slavery. That's, in today's world, to me, that's slavery. That's why I say get that goddamn cash car and drive it until it let you down. Instead of taking out a bank loan, put that money in your bank. Work for yourself. Work to save money, not work to pay your money to lenders. I just think that's just another way of, you know, keeping. Anyway, like I said, it's a mindset, and my mindset tells me I'm free. I'm not no part of no slave. Modern slave. I'm not a modern slave. Definitely, if you out here taking out loans and you got to work two, three, four jobs to pay the master back, yeah, you out here slaving. But I'm free. I go where I want to go, live how I want to live. I create the lifestyle I want to live. I don't got nobody telling me where I can go and where I can't go. What I can do and what I can't do. Life to me is beautiful. When I read history and what our ancestors had to go through and the things they didn't have the opportunity to do, and now today I can do it. I can real life wake up in the morning and create a life I want to live, and nobody can stop me. Nobody can stop me. I can eat, sleep, and shit wherever I want to, whether it's in a penthouse, in a mansion, or in a one bedroom house, little house on the Perry. I feel like any condition that we're living in today, whether it's a bad condition or a good condition, is by choice. It's by choice because we have equal opportunity, and that's something that our ancestors didn't have. So I think we should take advantage versus complaining and looking back on things that we didn't have to go through. We didn't go through those things. So I feel like we shouldn't have to look back and cry over because our ancestors lost their lives and they went through it. They went through it, right? They took all the struggles so we can live a successful life. They took the loss so we can win. That's the way I look at it. I look at it as if our ancestors took the loss so we can win. So it's something to be educated on, and it's something to educate your kids on. And I think that should help us want it more. We should want it better. We should really, we should want it real, real bad, knowing that our ancestors didn't have the opportunities we have today. Is it a cakewalk? Hell no. It's not a cakewalk, but it's worth the walk. I can tell you that. It's not a cakewalk. Nothing is given to us. Nothing is given to us. We have to work hard for it and earn it. The only thing that's given to us, in my opinion, is to hold us back. Nothing's given to us. The things that they do give to us, I think that's a form of keeping us back. Not talking down on people who have to, like, if you on social security, disabled, or you have multiple kids and you just can't go to work, then get the free food, get the free housing. But I always felt like that was designed to hold us back, to keep us from coming in their communities. That's just my opinion, but hey. Oh yeah, I do. I definitely felt like, and then I was a teen mom. I was a teen mom. I gave birth. I was 16 years old. But one of the things I was not gonna receive was that damn welfare. I was not. I don't care what nobody say. I was not. I wasn't getting in nobody line for free cheese, free food, free stamps, free houses, none of that. And I was 16 years old. And that's one of the things that I made up in my mind, that I would never receive that. I have always been against, you know, because I feel like it did to make our people lazy. Now, people who's disabled, I'm not against that. You can't work, so you can't help but to receive. If you disabled and you can't work, yeah. As far as parents, I think it should be something temporarily, because I really think they did that to cripple us. I think they did that. That was a way of, really limiting us to, certain communities, moving in certain communities because they give free housing away, but they won't give us free housing in their community. Why won't they put free housing in their community? If free housing is something good, why won't they give us free housing in their community? But whose fault is that, Tina? Tina says there's absolutely nothing equal between a white person and a black person. Never have and never will be. And whose fault is that if you feel that way? Because as far as me, I don't see no position in this world that a white man or a white woman can feel that I can't feel if I set my mind to it. I don't see nothing that they can gain that I can't gain. So to feel that, I mean, that's your way of thinking. But my way of thinking, I feel like I'm equal to them. I don't see not one that I feel is greater than me or have greater opportunities than me. It's nothing in this world that I see that they can do that I can't do. And if that's the way your mindset gonna be, then that's the way it's gonna be. There's no change about it. It's Yeah, it's no change about it. Oh, yeah, it's no change. I just, and I just think we give them too much power and have them feeling that way, and that's why they treat us the way they treat us. That's why we're treated the way we're treated because so many people push that out. No, we have to learn to think different and move different. Yeah, and that's why we're still treated the way we treat. Y'all give them so much power. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't see it. And maybe because okay, maybe because, hold 1 second here. 1 second here. Oh, y'all, I'm over. I gotta stop muting this because I'm over here running my damn mouth and y'all can't hear me. I just said a whole bunch of stuff and I'm on mute. I'm reading the comments. Somebody say I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Did you guys hear me when I said I don't in my household, in my family, my kids, my grandkids, I don't make them feel timid, that they're less. I don't make my kids feel like they don't have equal opportunities, they don't have equal rights. Like, I'm not doing that to my kids. I'm not gonna timid my kids. I'm not gonna make my kids feel like there's someone greater than them. No, my kids are raised knowing that they have equal opportunities, they have equal rights, and don't let nobody subtract from their life. We're not having it. Y'all can add on to our life, but y'all ain't taking nothing from us. And I let my kids know that in today's time, you're sitting in the classroom with the same people who run for mayor, governor. You're sitting in the classroom with the same people that's the president of the banks, the judge. These so therefore they have those same equal opportunity. So if you don't run for the governor, or if you don't run to be the mayor, or you don't apply to be the president of that bank in today's world, that's because you chose not to run for governor. You chose not to run to be the mayor. You chose to not run to be the president. You chose to not be the president of that bank because you're sitting in the classroom with these same people that's getting the same level of education. So it's no excuse. It's no excuse. Positions are not being filled by us because we're not taking on those positions. So if we continue to let certain people get in the chair to make the decisions, we can't get mad and we can't keep going back on what happened 200 years ago. Like, we can't keep backpedaling because in today's world, we have the same opportunity to walk in those shoes. To walk in those shoes. I tell my kids that all the time. If you leave out this house, if you leave out this house and you chose not to run for the governor, or you chose not to run for the mayor, or you chose not to run for the president, or you chose not to be on the city councilman board, okay, where your voice matters to better your community, then you can't sit and complain. We need to start filling positions that we can help one another instead of sitting back making excuses. I don't care what nobody say. I'm never going to live in this world and feel like I don't have equal opportunity or I'm not equal than others. There's nobody out here in this world that I'm going to feel is greater than I. And being a firm believer, God has the last say so. I'm not living my life with that slavery mentality. This happening because of my skin color. And like I said, the walk isn't easy, but it's worth it. It's worth it. Ain't now man or now woman gonna make me feel less. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, but if you ain't teaching your kids and your grandkids, okay, to take advantage of their education and fill these positions that need to be filled, okay, so we can have more people in the chairs, then what's the cry about? What's the cry about? It's like it's time out for complaining and crying. Start filling the chairs, okay? Start teaching your kids to go on further in life. Go to school. to be lawyers, to become governors in different states, to become the mayor, become the police chief. That's the way it starts. It don't starts with a cry and all this. Y'all, I don't even like to get into it. I really don't. The conversation gets too deep for me because I live out my life and I'm like totally a tunnel vision. Like I do know, yeah, because I'm like, that's the only way we gonna get better, teachers. Like all this crime stuff, and I have it with my family so bad. Like uncles, aunties, cousins. Like I don't have time for the pity party. It's like those days are over, and I can get so deep with it, and I begin to hurt people's feelings. So I really don't. Certain conversations I back out of it. I do because it is nothing in this world. They say all this racism and racist is bullshit getting on my nerves. Live your life and stop looking behind you, digging up old bullshit. Talk to y'all later, GNT assistant chat. But see, to me, that's why I just said I refrain from talking about these type of conversations because I have these deep, deep talks with like my uncles, my aunts, my cousins, the people who still like, to me, in my opinion, make excuses. I be like, well, if you feel that way, why you didn't raise your boy up? Why you didn't raise your boy up to become the police chief instead of riding in the back of the police car? Why you ain't raise your boy up? Like, how old are you? You know how it's been for years. Raise your kid up, okay, to become the police chief. Raise your kid to become the mayor. Raise your kid to take a seat in Washington, D.C. Raise your kids up to be the governor. Like, position your kids in places where our voice matters the most. Position your kids so we can have a fair run in this world. Our kids get those. Myself, I got that opportunity. A lot of us got the opportunity to sit in the classroom with the decision makers. Now, it was our choice to become a part of the decision making, but we did, and so we can't get mad at the people who went on and furthered their education to become a decision maker. Like life is what you make out of it. And I tell my kids, I don't want to hear that I can't do it because of my skin color. Your skin color ain't got a damn thing to do with your accomplishment, your achievement, your success. Your skin color has a damn thing to do with success. It's your mind. It's your mind. If you put your mind to it, you can do it. And like I said, it may not be a cakewalk, but it's worth walking it. And one thing I teach my kids, you can be robbed for anything, but you can't be robbed from your education and create your lifestyle. It's equal opportunity out here. You can work where you want to work. You can work where you want to work. Go out, get the credential, qualify yourself to fill that position. And you keep knocking at that door until that door open. You don't sit there and make an excuse, oh, I didn't get the position or I didn't get the title because of my skin color. Hell, you ain't gonna get it if that's the way you think, and you're gonna allow people to timid you. Like, and it makes me upset because that's the only reason why we are at the bottom, because well, I'm not at the bottom. Some of us is at the bottom because we're too afraid to raise up, and we give other people too much of power. We give them too much of power over our success, over our life. Too much power. In 2026, and that's sad to say. It's sad to say. But that's one of the reasons why that young man ain't have a fair trial. Oh, shit. They know all we gonna do is... Yeah, I'm not being disrespectful, right? And it's sad, and sometimes I laugh to keep from crying. But the reason why the young man ain't have a fair trial, because shit, They knew that a bunch of us would just take it, right? We'll just take it as a loss. We'll talk about it. If you notice, I don't get on the internet, and I don't, go with that whole let's boycott, let's protest, let's walk, let's march. Like our damn ancestors ain't do enough for damn marching for us. Let's do this. What I learned about our culture be hot for a good 2 minutes or a good 2 days, and then after that they sweep it up under the rug and act like shit never happened. We never stick together, okay? We never stick together, stand together, and make a difference. All we do is talk, blow a bunch of hot air. Excuse me, have a good day. Yeah. We really never stand together to make things shake, to make things move, right? We doubt ourselves. We doubt ourselves to begin with. And the only thing we're going to do is blow a hot bunch of damn air. We're going to talk about let's boycott, let's do this, let's walk out, let's protest. But we don't stick together and make things move. There's no actions taken, just a whole bunch of damn talk. And they already know our behavior. They already know how we going to move. And they listen and they watch. We are still giving their ass power. We're giving them power. Instead of activating our power, we give them power. Like they greater than us. Like how in the hell this shit is still going on? I don't understand. People you sat in class with, people that you sat in class with, you went to school with, you got the same level of education, they bigger than you? Hell to the no. I can understand that shit when our ancestors wasn't able to go to school. They wasn't able to get an education. You know what I'm saying? They was robbed out of their education. But for us, who have had the same equal opportunity, the same level of education of these people, we're allowing them to have the same power that they ancestors had because of the fact they was able to get education. They did have more than our ancestors, but right now we have the same level of education as these motherfuckers. And that's why I say I don't like to get into it because it just makes me mad. In my world, okay, in my world, I don't see this. And I don't have a problem with it. I don't marching to me is still begging. I ain't marching no damn well. And I get mad when I see them marching. I don't, all that marching, I ain't marching. Shit, that's what my folks did. And they did enough of marching. Like I said, it's time to fill the chairs. It's time to position. Teach our kids, okay? Instead of throwing your son a football, telling your son to make it to the NFL, take them damn footballs, take the sports away, and put your kids in front of them, give them political. Teach them about politics. Teach them about what really matters, okay? What really matters. That's it, that's all. We can't sit here and be having the same cry and singing the same songs if we ain't trying to make a real impact in this world. I talk to my girls a lot about being an entrepreneur, owning your own, being a black business owner. But my grandson, oh, I didn't only name him president, but politically, politics, I'm not I'm not gonna settle for my grandson, that brown skinned little boy, just to be an average employee or just an average business owner. But I'm teaching my grandson to get deep. Fill a chair. Yeah, all complaining over and over. No, do something about it. I had a whole conversation. My grandson's 7 years old. I had a whole conversation with my grandson about the Camilla Anthony story story. And I'm gonna tell you, my grandson said, "Grandma, let me call you back." My grandson said, "Let me call you back. Let me do my own research." That's what my 7 year old grandson told me. Cause he tried to tell me that how was he what was his version of the story? Something to do with the twins. I forgot exact conversation, but it was something to do with the twins, and he had it wrong. And I was telling him, what did he say about the twins? I can't remember exactly what he said about the twins, but it was wrong. And I was trying to correct him. He said, "Grandma, I'm gonna call you back. Let me do my own research." And he's 7 years old. And I felt out. I was like, damn, I should have been recording our conversation when we was talking about it. I keep my grandson in tune on what, fairness look like and what unfair look like. But I never tell him he doesn't have the equal opportunity or he's not equal. I tell him it's a lot of just and it's a lot of unjust is what I teach him. Yeah, that is. It really don't. Everybody's not going to be their own a business owner. Not everybody want to own a business. I'm real big on entrepreneur because a lot of people talk about, unfairness. A lot of people talk about how they are mistreated at their, employer. How they're mistreated, how it's not fairness, and how they don't get raised, and how they overlook, and how they don't get promoted. They don't get promoted in their positions and different stuff. And that's why I say, I encourage people, then own your own, operate your own business. If you feel like the work world is not fair to you, own your own business. If you feel like you're not being promoted because of your skin color, own your own business. Just a way around a feeling that, hey, we're never gonna be equal. Yeah, pray to your creator. And that's my thing. Nobody's gonna tell me, nobody will tell me I'm not equal, or you know the world is against me, because I serve a mighty God, and I know God is the creator, and I know He's a fair God. So I don't look to me in any way. But some people ain't for politics. But if you just feel like this is just an unfair world, just start raising your kids and your grandkids up to be a part of politics. Yeah, complaining won't change nothing. Oh, Ashley Boyma, congratulations. So you got a baby graduating from college. Congratulations. I know that's right. Tinker said marching worked for that time. This is a new era. Yes, honey. I remember our internet brother Ty used to be big on marching, honey. Ty used to be out in front of the mayor house protesting and all that mess. He used to make, like, when he started changing his life, he used to have Todd. I mean, y'all seen him on the news a couple of times, for you all who was looking him up. But brother Todd used to protest big. When he became a changed man, he used to protest big in our city. Honey, he'll have people out there marching all down during Martin Luther King, standing outside of the Mirror House, telling him his ass was going crazy. But they started putting him on the news and harassing his ass, and the black people he was marching with left his ass out there by himself. Ty said, I ain't finna get caught up in this because, like I said, black people be hyped for a small amount of time. After a couple of days, baby, they forget what they even protesting and marching for. That shit be so crazy. Hold on, y'all. And if it's safe for me to say this, I'm not gonna even. I'm not gonna even. Right, that's right, Ashley. But mom, do not raise your kids believing and thinking that they're not equal, And I felt like that was one of the message that they was trying to send with the Carmilla Anthony story to young kids. Don't stand up for themselves, like they don't have the right to defend themselves. I felt like that was a message that they was trying to send in Collins County, to little kids that look like Carmela Anthony, that if they defend themselves or they try to protect themselves, self-defense, that's the outcome, that they will be punished. But no, I would not. And I just encourage Camilla Anthony family and parents to get justice for their child. Don't give up on their kid. You know, appeal, fight, beat that appeal. Don't lay down, because that was unjust, and to me that was not a fair trial. And it wasn't because he's not equal. He's equal, but it's people like those judge, like that DA, the prosecutors. It's people like them think that they can play on our top. It's not that we ain't equal. They just know it's some people out here in this world feels they're not equal. It's people out here in this world that let people like that judge here in 2026, that DA, that prosecutor get away with, bullshit. If you keep letting people get away with bullshit, they'll run those type of games. The family clearly was uneducated when it came to building a legal team in such high profile case like their son case. The mother and the father didn't have the experience. They didn't have the right guidance, and that's what happened to those type of people. It's not because the young men don't have equal rights, you know they just get away. They just get away with certain things. But I'm not gonna hold y'all. I'm gonna be fair. I'm going to be fair. In this lifetime of me being 49 years old, I'm just going to be absolutely honest with y'all. Absolutely honest with y'all. I have had more white people to help me than I have had black people to help me. And that is just the honest God truth. I have had my share of black people to attack me, to attempt to tear me down, to try to ruin me more than I have had whites. And I'm just being honest with y'all. If y'all let me be fair, it haven't been the whites who have caused hell in my life, who have tried to hurt me, take my livelihood or damage me. It has absolutely been my own race of people. My own race of people. And I'm just going to be honest with y'all. Even from the time that I opened my doors as a business owner, Americans who patronized my business, it was my Haitians. I mean, they would come a trunk load of from Haiti into my medical training sites. It wasn't my Americans. No, it was not. And with me moving on, growing my business to bigger and better, it was the whites that helped position me. It was the Americans that was calling the state on me. So we sometimes can be our worst and our own enemies. It's not the other cultures. It's not the other people. It's our own black Americans will do more hurt and more damage among each other. But yet we'll get on here and we'll say, oh, we don't have equal opportunities or equal rights. We don't have it. It don't be really the whites, and it don't be other cultures that be hurting us. It be our own kind. Yeah, it's not, I ain't gonna flip side. Yes, it's a lot of mindsets effed up, period. But I ain't gonna include myself in there because I learned to be an overcomer. Until you step out the box and you have an open mind. And it starts with the heart. It starts with the heart. Believe it or not, it's so many people. And I'm not going to say racist isn't real. Yes, it is real. I can tell y'all some of those stories too. But it's not always all bad. It's some bad in blacks, some good in blacks, some bad in whites, some good in whites. But racist is real. I can tell y'all some story. Hell, I live in a community where I've been there almost 10 years, and I still got some neighbors walk past me and don't speak, and I'm fine with that. They don't speak, I don't speak. But guess what? We live in a good community, right? We live in a peaceful community. You can't force people to speak to you. I'm not going nowhere. So hey, I'm sorry if I rained on some parades, but then I got a lot that do speak. Call me by my first name, talk to my grandson, watch my grandson grow. I've been there almost 10 years. My grandson is 7 years old. They watch my child go from elementary school, and she'll graduate this year, and they know her by name. So we have our good and we have our, well, I ain't gonna say bad because I haven't met nobody bad, and I'm not gonna say they bad because they don't speak to me. They have the right if they chose not to speak to me, but hey, good day. But what I do want to say is that we, black Americans, are some of the worst when it comes to our own kind. We don't patronize each other business. There's a lot of competition. There's a lot of competing. So I think we have more to focus on. I don't really think it's more of we need to be focusing on or worrying about modern slavery. I think we need to focus on how to, one, love on our own race of people, and like Tinker said, learn to better our communities. Learn to better our communities and worry about, modern slavery. I think we need to focus more. I even heard it out there at Camilla Anthony's protesters was yelling in the camera because somebody was saying, what about the black on the black crime? And she replied back, don't worry about what we do to each other. We out here for what y'all do to us. And I'm like, oh no. I just like, I was like, whoa, what? What did you just say? What did you just tell that journalist or whoever made that statement? Don't worry about what we do to each other. We out here because of what y'all do to us. Well, how somebody gonna respect us if they see we don't respect ourselves? We don't respect our own communities. We don't respect our own culture. We don't respect our own race. How they gonna treat us with respect? How they gonna have love for us if we don't have love for ourselves? We got to learn how to love our own kind first. We do. And certain movies I sit down and I watch with my kids, especially Black history. I speak to the heart before I watch any of those movies with my kids, because I know you can easily start, your heart can turn bitter. You can even start hating when you see how your ancestors was treated back in the days, whipped, hung, etc., etc. It can really make your heart bitter. So a lot of times it's not good to allow your kids to watch those Black history movies, or you watch it if you are not conditioned to watch it, because I believe a lot of hate lives in a lot of people's heart. So believe it or not, I don't feel like a lot of people are healed to move on, and they're trapped in the mind when it comes to slavery because of what they've been taught, what they watch. So I just really feel a lot of people are living in the past when they haven't experienced it, but they done read it, they done watched it, and it just lives in their mind and their heart, and it's causing them to be stuck. I agree with you. That man said we haven't united yet. Yes, I agree with you. Yeah, united we stand, divide we fall. I mean, look how, did y'all see how quick people turned on Mr. Anthony and his father? Did y'all see how our kind just flipped so fast and turned? One thing I noticed about my race of people, my experience, and me just watching, we wants to be on the winning team. Like, so many people was like, free Anthony, free Camilla, free Camilla, free Camilla Anthony. As soon as that verdict, soon as that verdict came back, it was like the stories just flipped and turned. Like, yeah, my boy wouldn't take a knife to the track meet. And my boy wouldn't do this, or I wouldn't have done this. I wouldn't have done. I'm like, wait a minute. You are the with this young man or not? Like, why is the stories changing now? Why is so much a flip flopping? It's just like, one thing I know about my culture of people, we'll stand for a short period of time, but we ain't gonna stand for the whole ride, baby. We are a bunch of bandwagon. Black people are some bandwagon people. I'm just being honest, and I'm black. Black people are bandwagon people. Sometimes they just go with the majority rules, whether you right or wrong. As for me, if I have to stand alone, I stand alone to stand with what's right than what's wrong. Some people would just join the force based on the numbers, and that's sad. What you said when flip side, what you said once the GoFundMe was looked at, half black folks turn. What you mean the GoFundMe? Messenger said, unfortunately, that's our reality. Send off ass kissers, fake, scary, just unreal. Yes, Ashley boy mom. You talking about when they broke down how the family spent the GoFundMe? But nobody questioned on Austin family how they spent their GoFundMe. Messenger 8975, I said, and I bet you lots of black women be going to Chinese stores, beauty salons, instead of promoting and helping their own local beauty salons. And I agree. And let me tell you something, Messenger. I promise you. What was that guy named? Chow? Was the Asian guy who unalived the little 14-year-old and claimed self-defense, and they let him walk free, despite the fact he unalived this child with a pow in his back. So I don't understand how it was self-defense if somebody's running from you and not running towards you or your son, but yet, okay, there was people, okay, we're going to tear the store down, okay? They tore the store down. They protest. But have y'all heard anything about that situation this week? And I'm going to say I'm guilty. I must be honest, because I promise you, I told my daughter, I say I ain't getting my nails done. I say I'm not patronizing their business. I'm not going to their hair, beauty supply stores. And I promise y'all, it wasn't 4 days later, my daughter called me and she said, Mama, where you at? I told her where I'm at. She pulled up on me. She said, Mom, I thought you was protesting against them. Why you sitting in a restaurant? And I was like, oh, yeah. In the middle of my meal, in the middle of my food, y'all, I got up and I was like, oh, yeah, you right. But just that quick, I had to forgot what I was standing against. And I was sitting down in a goddamn restaurant fucking up their food at a buffet. And my daughter didn't tell me on the phone when I told her where I was at. She absolutely got in her car, drove up where I was at, and looked me in my eyes. She said, I thought you told me we wasn't spending our money with them no more. And I just that quick. So we have to do better. So I told my daughter, I said, I can't. You know what? It's just our mindset. goddamn mindset. We so used to talking shit in the heat of the moment. And once we could cool off, we back to normal. We got to learn how to stand on business. And now, what I can say, one thing I can say about us black Americans, we go against each other. But I need to also say, we are some of the most forgiving people in the world. We are some of the most forgiving people in the world. Yeah, we protest just to go back later. Because I showed, when I tell y'all, my daughter sent me a video and it was a young Asian guy telling me some, yeah, protest. Y'all, yeah, protest. Something he was saying, my daughter sent me a TikTok, something like, what y'all gonna do about y'all eyelashes, y'all hair bunnies? And he was just naming a lot of stuff that black women depends on when it comes to the Asian race of people, like our nails, our eyelashes, our hair bunny, bundles of hair. And I wish we can come together as a whole to really shut they ass down, because we are the biggest and the richest consumers when it comes to they ass. That's why they come over here with them damn eyelashes, them nails, that hair, because we, the black women, okay, we're their biggest consumers. We got their ass rich as fuck with all this hair, wigs, bundles, nails, eyelashes, bonnets. Oh, we don't forgive each other, but we will forgive. We will. When I tell y'all, okay, it's some that still hold hate, and that's why they can't move on. Like I said, with the ancestors, watching the history, reading the history, it do make you feel very disgusting and angry for how they treated our ancestors, right? So there's a lot of people still holding on to hate when it comes to that. But for the most part, we do forgive faster than most culture, my opinion. I just feel like we forgive faster. I do. But y'all, I think not me. I'm not gonna put myself in there. I'm Black American, but I think for the most part, the reason why some are still being mistreated is because we allow it to go on. You know, you allow it to go on. You don't position yourself to be a stand-up person. We, you know, they would never accept us as being equal if we don't stand up. You have to position yourself and let them know we too are equal. Yeah, we two are equal. And like I said, I never had problems. I never had problems out of no culture better than I have my own. I treat everybody with respect, and I seem to be treated back with respect. I can never give an experience where I can say, oh yeah, I really been disrespected by a white person. I couldn't give that experience. If anybody was to ask me, have I ever been, disrespected or mistreated when it came to another culture, another race of people, I would have to absolutely say no. But when it comes to my own race of people, oh, I can write a whole goddamn list of things that's been said, done, and how I've been treated when it comes to my own race of people. I personally, I'm not going to even lie. When I first came out here, in the LaTrue saga, people was taking my words, twisting, turning. I had a couple of people say, oh, she don't like, brown skinned women. She don't like brown skinned women. I had a lot of people saying this. She don't like brown skinned women. I'm like, these people is crazy as fuck. What y'all mean? I don't like brown skinned women. My mother are brown skin. My siblings are brown skin. My beautiful daughter, okay? God gave me the best of both worlds, right? I got a brown skin and I got a white daughter. So I'm like, but why would y'all say I don't like brown skinned women when I clearly said I had a wall? I had built a wall. I had to disconnect myself, when it came to my race of women because of the way I felt I had been treated, by my own kind of women. So I didn't hate women. I just, brown skinned women, I just wasn't the type of person that would hang out with them. And I made it known. I absolutely made it known. I didn't hide it. I came out. When I first came out back in 2022, 2023, I made it known. I don't do my sisters. Those was my words. I said, I don't do brown skinned girls. And I meant that. I hadn't been to a round table. And of course, all my cousins, nieces, sisters, sister-in-laws are brown skinned women. But I hadn't been to the table of brown women in years. In absolutely years. Because of my experience. And one of my experience was, we don't know how to, we don't know how to agree in order to disagree, right? We don't know how to be real. We just don't. It's just, you have to go along to get along, right? It's just so much of two-faced, backstabbing, lying, just absolutely unhealthy. It's unhealthy. Not all black women, not all brown skinned women, but my hand of women that I had experienced, I chose not to. And I just built my world around being a mother, okay? Focusing on my motherhood, building memories with my kids. Friendship was out the window. I didn't need that shit. I just focused my life on being a loving mother to my kids. I didn't hang out with women, period. And I made it known, y'all. And they were like, oh, she don't like her own kind. I love my own kind. I give them a job in a minute. I would do life coaching with them. I help them build their credit. It was a lot that I would do for my brown sisters. I just didn't allow them in my personal space. I never would have a personal relationship with brown skinned women. And I once was some of y'all who've been following me probably know this, but and some may not. I was a Mormon for a couple of years. I was a Mormon. So I went to a 7-day not I'm about to say 7-day Advantage. No, the Latter-day Saints. Okay, I was Latter-day Saints. And most of my Mormon sisters didn't look like me. They was Caucasian. So all my, sister meetings, I probably would be the only one in the meeting that looked like me. And it was bad, y'all. It was so bad that the love that I got from those group of women was something I had never. I'm no longer a Mormon now. But yet these same sisters reach out to me. The love that I had gotten from those sisters was unbelievable. I was like, wait a minute. This can't be real. Like, women really love on each other like this? Bump the religion. Just to have humans that call and be like, hey, do you need anything done around the house? Can I come over and help you do housework? How you doing? Let's go to dinner. And when I tell you, it was so much love. And at that time, I needed just that. I needed, they say it's a reason and a season for everything. So flip side, you was here when I used to be a Mormon. JK, I laughed when you was doing the Mormon thing. I have to admit, yeah, it was a lot of people against, Mormons. That's a religion. I don't push no religion on nobody. You have the right to choose. But believe it or not, now that we talking about it, and you say you was him, can y'all believe that it was black women, brown skinned women? They was right in the temple. This is what I'm talking about. Our own race being our worst enemies. Because, and I'm glad you brought that up. Don't y'all know when I was out here as a blogger on the LaTrue Saga, when I tell you my own brown skinned sisters, this is what I'm talking about. Y'all, they was right in the temple. How you try to get somebody in trouble with a religion? They was right in my bishop, y'all. They was real life because they didn't like the fact that I was out here saying Bree was wrong for divorcing LaTruth. The LaTruth was wrong for divorcing Bree. I can't remember which side was doing the right into the temple, but that's sickening. That just goes to show you, when I tell y'all your own kind can be your worst enemy. When I tell you your own kind can be your worst enemy, and my sisters, they were so concerned. They was like, well, we have a lawyer in this Ward 3 down in Naples. We can probably have him come over and sit with you and talk with you. Like, they was more concerned about me, why my own brown skinned sisters, and I was so embarrassed. Don't y'all know I was so embarrassed because, once again, like I said, it has been more whites, more Caucasian people to help position me to be for me than it has been my own kind. And this is way before I became a part of this saga. I got to meet real mean, nasty, brown skinned women in this saga. But prior to me coming to this saga, even offline, I was already dealing with, black people, attacking my business. Just, it's like jealousy lives in us, live in black people. Envy lives in black people. We're like crabs. We try to keep each other down in the bucket. We don't want to see each other succeed. Well, I should say we, some of these people, because I'm all for everybody to win. I'm all for everybody to win. But these white people was real life concerned. Yes, I have, but you still standing. Flip said, JK, you done been through these streets all which way, but you still standing. You still stand. Yes, I'm still standing because I'm going to stand with what's right. And one thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take accountability when I'm wrong, right? And my thing is to always forgive and keep a pure heart. So that's what keep me standing. That's why I'm still standing. I'm still standing is because, one, I'm not a person that's gonna give up. Two, I don't believe in revenge. I think the vengeance is the Lord. I don't be on that, oh, I got to get you back type thing. You know what I'm saying? I'll probably clap back here or there, because I enjoy talking my shit. And when I want to be messy, I enjoy being messy. But I think what keep me going overall is staying positive, keeping a positive mindset. And like I said, forgiving. But when these black women, my color sisters, was right in the Mormon, the LDS, the temple, I was so embarrassed. Because it's one thing for people be on the outside looking at us, thinking that, we're against each other. But to witness it is so embarrassing. Because even with them reaching out to my ex-lover, business partner, Kevin. And y'all, I'm talking about these motherfuckers had to go high, dig high, looking for him. They found him. One thing I say about this saga, anything they want to know. Matter of fact, I got a missing brother. His name is Larry Parsley. And I've been looking for my brother. He's out in California. And just the other day, I told people, I'm like, damn, they went and found all my brothers. Why they ain't never find my brother that's missing out there in California? So you motherfuckers who like to dox people and go find people, family member, y'all found everybody except my missing brother. He's around 55, 56 years old, and he's somewhere around in San Diego, California. I'm gonna need y'all, because I've been paying money to try to find my brother, and I can't find him. But I say, you know what? I'm going to return back to the saga just so y'all can go find my damn brother. But anyway, y'all, that's a whole nother story. But the way these people was finding people in my life, man, they sick. For real, they sick. A bunch of sick women. But who they was reaching out to, y'all, was the whites. So with my Mormon church sisters, and then with Kevin, who's a white male, and I'm talking about, y'all, this man is so goddamn private. He has a house that sits on 500 acres. Yeah, I said it, 500 acres. He bought out the community he grew up in, and he cleaned the houses off the community. He cleaned the houses off the land because he didn't want no neighbors. So this man lived, on 500 acres, y'all. That's just how private he is. He has his own road to his house or whatever. He had multiple places. Florida is one of his winter homes. But these motherfuckers went and found that man. I'm talking about, he ain't got no goddamn neighbors. So, no, ain't like this person know him, this person know him. I'm talking about he absolutely lives in the town. I ain't gonna hold y'all. When I go there, I'm the only black person in the town. I'm talking about, shit, I can remember my first time going out there to visit. I was like, looking around, and I got some big ass eyes. If y'all know, y'all know. So with my face expression, I guess he was able to see my eyes when we walk in certain bars. He grabbed my hand. He's like, you good with me? You ain't got nothing to worry about. You sure? I ain't seen them look like me yet. He's saying, you're not. You in the town where it's so small that elementary, middle school, and high school is all one. Like, you'll never see someone that looked like you here. But these motherfuckers went and found that man. Do you hear me? They went and found his ass, y'all. And I was so embarrassed because he's like, first thing he asked me, are you sleeping with a husband? Are you sleeping with one of they men? I'm like, no, I promise you I'm not. I promise you I'm not. He was like, well, why? He said it has to be a reason behind the way they attacking you. Why are they attacking you like this? And I was so embarrassed because it's just my culture. I was like, you'll never understand. This is just the things we do. And he was like, no, it got to be a reason. Like, this man really thought I was bullshitting with him because I'm like, no, they look you up because they disagree with my opinion on the story I'm talking about on the internet. I was so embarrassed. He was like, Gene, come on, just tell me, be honest, you're sleeping with someone's husband, like you did something to their kid, like what did you do? He's like, they're calling his business line, his cell phone. They running him down. They running him down like a life death situation. And I'm like, Kevin, I promise you. Like, I had to, like, really show him the messages, the videos, and he was like, the things they were saying to him, he was like, okay. Like, he knew everything about me. Like, when I met Kevin, I had a mouthful of goals. Like, they telling him things like as if he didn't know I was black. But what he didn't know that my culture of people grown women behave the way they behave. And I was so embarrassed. I just was embarrassed both times. Both times that the people in this saga reached out into the white community of people that I dealt with, whether it was religion, business, or personal. I just was so embarrassed. That was the time I was like, damn, I didn't realize my race of people can be so damn ignorant. We can be so stupid and we can just be so mean to each other. I was very much embarrassed. I was just embarrassed because not one time did the white community understand why was there black women that was trying to destroy another black woman. Like they just could not wrap their mind around why was these people attacking me. It just didn't make sense. It didn't make sense, and it was a time where I just totally felt sorry. you know I even felt sorry for being black. I'm like, damn, like this. You listen to black people talk about how white people try us and how white people mistreat us and how white people is against us. But to just be a black person, that's why when Chaotic, the young black man, was on my panel, and he was saying the things he was saying about the black culture, it was very hurtful. It was a hurtful thing to sit there to listen to him express how he felt about the black culture. But I was able to tap in and know that he had to go through a amount of black hurt. And I don't think black people realize what they do when they attack another black person. I don't think they realize, like, it sometimes can mentally break a person to where they want to deny their race. And I had to, like I said, I never been against, but I built a wall. So I was able to listen to Chaotic. But I never stopped loving my culture. I never stopped loving the black culture. I just always wanted better for us. And that's why most of my programs is all about, helping edify, build each other up, because I really just think that it's so much of hurt in the black culture. I think it's so much of hurt, so much of rejection. I think blacks have rejected each other, have mistreated each other. So it's so much of hurt and is easily to be passed on. And I think we need more love. We need more love than anything. I feel like love wins. So I would never give up on my race of people, but I will protect myself. I'm going to always protect me and my kids and put us in a safe bubble. Yeah, flip decision is very embarrassing. It is. It's embarrassing. That man said, how did I know her man was white? Wait, flip side say, I remember the bob hairstyle. I don't know if you was on here earlier, flip side, but I say I'm playing back a lot of my old videos because I'm over here cracking up on my videos. Ooh, I'm over here cracking up on those old videos, man. I'm like, damn. Been a part of the little true saga. So I'm going on this spree, y'all, telling y'all how I gained so many internet enemies. You just by creating content. When our real life came out here, I didn't used to fight. I didn't fight. I just created my content. I used to do content. I'm real life like a content creator. So I always like to have fun with the internet. And I used to create content. I don't know how I started this fight and shit. Maybe once I keep going through my videos, I see where it started with the fight. Because I never fought, I never came out here to fight with nobody. I came out here to create content. Somebody say how did I know her man was white? No, I'm not in a relationship no more, but yeah, I'm into white guys. I'm not gonna deny it. I'm into white guys, and I think that also comes from just dealing with a lot of bad boys. I know it's a lot of good black men out here, but I just just, I don't know, my selective amends, I always pick the wrong type of guys. I always pick the bad type of guys. So I just had my amount of bad guys, and when I dated black men, that's who I dated. I dated bad boys. So, being that I dated a lot of bad boys, I just had decided I didn't want to date black guys anymore, and I did. I got into country. I like me an old country boy. I ain't gonna even hold y'all. I like me an old country boy. I love my black brothers. Black love matters. I have black brothers, brother-in-laws. I definitely have black in my family. I'm a black woman, so I love my black people. But as far as my love life, I ain't gonna hold y'all. I love me a good old ass country boy. I love me a old hot sunny day out on the boat. My hair flying and my sun getting beat. My skin getting beat by the sun. And a good ass, that man says the problem. Yeah, I will admit, I'll take full. I would take full accountability on my relationships when it comes to dating black guys. I did too. I picked the wrong type of black guys, and I'm not gonna even lie to y'all. They was bad boys, but they was good. I had some, they was bad boys getting to their money, but overall, I had some black men that had some good heart. Good heart. I will say I'm the problem. No, I allow my girls. No, I absolutely allow my girls to date any race of guys. This is my, but they never brought me. I don't play all that bringing me home a bad boy or whatever. I'm a very strong mother. And I'm gonna say this: the last time I dated a bad boy, it was like 11 years ago, and my youngest was 6 years old. And my oldest was 18. She was off in college. But no, I'm definitely, one thing about my motherhood, I don't play about my motherhood, and I'm a very firm mother. And I definitely will refrain from my daughters making the same mistakes I made in life. And so I dated bad boys, but you wouldn't be able to walk up and see that they was a bad boy. Like my bad boys was very clean, corporate looking guys. I ain't date all that, dread, blah blah blah. My last boyfriend, he did have a mouthful of goals, but he ended up getting all pearly teeth. He got like a real screw in pretty smile. All those goals was like gone. Um, Poo Poo, if y'all been on my storyline, Poo Poo is about the only one that do all these bling bling everything, and it just gross me out. I done made that known. That's one of the things that hindered us becoming really committed. And people be like, oh, he can get his dress cut. He can take them diamonds out his mouth. He ain't got to wear all them big gold chains around his neck. All that loud, I'm using them loud cars. Now, I'm all down for the Bentley, the Rolls Royce. Like, I'm okay with those cars, but the rest of his cars, I be like, ugh. When he pull up in, I like, just too much for me. Like, I don't like all that flashy type stuff. And he ain't a bad boy. He's a business owner. He's a real estate guru. Okay, he's a real estate investor. He sell tiny homes, mobile homes, and he just opened one of the biggest nightclubs in Valdosta. Yeah, yeah. I want a good old, yeah, white boy I can horseback ride with. I can boat ride with, ride ATVs, 4x4s. Yeah, old good old country redneck. Nah, I'm just joking. They got mad last time I said I like the way a white man. They got mad when I said I like the way a white man smell. But y'all, I thought I was supposed to be to my eye doctor at 1. It's 2. I looked down. It was 2 o'clock, which I'm glad because I would have been late. Hi, how are you? Good. I spoke with Rana, and I was told I had to come in and complete. the But anyway, yeah, guys, remember what today is all about. I'm going to get ready and jump this live. I'm going to encourage you guys, go celebrate today with your family. Don't forget, this is the day the last set of slaves was set free. Go have that good old cookout with your family. And I'll be back later today. It was absolutely real to just sit here and chit chat with you guys. I really, really enjoy you all. We definitely had a great conversation, baby. It was a conversation to agree in order to disagree. I will, sis. I'll be back. I'll be back tonight. I do. I enjoy chit chatting with you guys. Okay, hi. Okay, guys, I got the jump. I'll talk to you guys later. Mic off. I'll call you back.